All right, we are ready to go. I tried to mix it up here a little bit with the angles, so we'll see how this goes for us. So I'm gonna do my makeup today just because I'm gonna go to the beach after this. You know, it's Friday, I'm off work. So may as well go to the beach, right? Enjoy a little bit of the summer that's left. So I'm gonna just do a little bit of like, just kind of like natural makeup for it. So first things first, I'm gonna go in here with my trusty e.l.f. primer. I like this product quite a bit, as you can tell, because it is used up quite a bit. And it's a good dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, is what I've been told. I have never owned the Milk Primer. I've only ever owned this one, but hey, for like $10 for this whole thing, you can't go wrong. Plus, you can usually get it like on sale or coupons because it's like one of those like drugstore branded products too. So not bad. It does just take 30 seconds though to like soak in to your face. So while that is soaking in, I'm going to grab my beauty blender, get this wet, go in here with a little bit of foundation. Just start blending this onto my face. So I didn't just follow this advice, but it's good to start with foundation like in the T-zone of your face because at least for me and most people, that's where your face gets the most oily the most quickly. So it's best to start with just the most product there and then just blending everything out from there because the rest is going to be better about staying on. But I didn't just follow my own advice, and that is not what I just did, but that's okay. I don't know if I love how I have set this up here because I can't see, like normally there's like a mirror behind like where I'm filming so that I can see, but I have to like look over to the side here to see, which is not as great, but that's okay. We're gonna try it for today and you know, we'll do something different tomorrow, maybe. All right, just blending my foundation down onto my neck a little bit as well, just to make sure all looks nice and cohesive. I'm gonna go in here with a little bit of setting spray. So I'm just going in here with the Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray by Hourglass because I like to set my face down once I'm done with kind of all of my liquid and cream products. And while I do that, I'm going to set out my, let's see what I want. I'm going to set out all of my powders so that they're ready to go when I'm ready for them. I am going to try a new blush color today that I just got in the mail like this morning. So we'll see how that goes. So Ulta just had a sale like this past weekend, I think, week or weekend, I don't remember. But I have been using this little mini Nars Blush from Ulta, and it's quite small, but it's lasted me quite a while, and you've just now started to see like a little bit of a dent in it. So instead of reordering like the full size of this, I ordered a different shade, and the only reason why is because this does have like a little bit of like a sheen to it, so it does have like a little bit of sparkle, and I'd prefer if it didn't, I think. So I ordered this one, and this one came in today. So this one does not have that sparkle, but they didn't have like a small travel size of this. So I don't know. I mean, these are the completely different colors, so we'll see how I feel about it. Because I like this color, but I don't like the fact that it's shiny. And this one, I like the fact that it's matte, but I don't know if I'll like the color. So we'll see. Worst case scenario, if I don't like the new one, Ulta's really good about returns, so I'll return that one. I'll just rebuy the full size of this. But I can always just cover up like what I put on my face with a darker one. So we'll get there in a sec, but I think my face should be pretty much dried down from all the setting spray that I put on it. So I'm going to go in here with my Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder with a little Laura Mercier puff. Just kind of grab the product here. Just kind of pat it onto my face. My stream on Tuesday, I washed this puff, or like I cleaned it, I guess. And I don't know if that was like the correct way to clean it, because I've definitely kind of messed with the texture of this, like a little poof, and it's a little bit rougher now. So I don't know. I don't think that was the way to clean it, and I probably should look up what the proper way is, assuming I haven't ruined it now. But I recently got into this powder within the last like couple weeks, I would say. I saw this on someone's like TikTok or like Facebook reel, and it's like $3 for this whole thing. So I figured we'll give it a go for $3, and it's actually, I feel like, pretty good. Like, it will make my face like pretty matte immediately. It'll just kind of take away any of that shine. So far so good on that. Like, if I could save a little bit of money on makeup, like, hey, why not? It does make my face a little bit pale, but that's okay. I can always go back in here with a little bit more powder and just kind of add that little bit of tan back to myself. So I am going in here with my L'Oreal Infallible Powder. I do use quite a bit of this. That's why there's a big hole in the middle of it, but it's one of my favorites. I have been using this powder for years. Before it like blew up on TikTok, I was using it. I've been using this powder so long. I remember when they changed like their packaging. And they changed their shades too. They, like before, I think they had like 8 shades or something, and now they have like probably close to like 15 or 20. So they did get more inclusive. So I remember that because they changed what shades they had and the packaging. Because I like went to rebuy it and I was like, I don't know what color I am. So the first time I had rebought this after they repackaged, I bought the wrong shade. But we made it now, and this is my favorite powder, so I had to make it work. It's also fabulous for touch-ups because underneath it's got like a little mirror plus like a little sponge, so it's great to take on the go. It is a little bit pricey, I feel like, for drugstore products, but I don't know, just everything's getting so expensive. Even like drugstore makeup's getting expensive. So this is one of the 2 bronzers that I normally use. This is the Physicians Formula bronzer. This one is the cheaper of the bronzers I normally use. I have like a MAC one that I got for Christmas that I'm still working down. But this is definitely the cheaper alternative. I do kind of want to go in here a little bit heavier with my bronze, just because I feel like when I put on blush, it does get lost a bit. So just make sure I'm nice and bronzed up before I move on here. I also discovered in one of my streams probably like a week or so ago that this is also a great like on the go product, or like if you're just starting out and don't have like brushes, or if you don't know yet if you like bronzer like versus contour or anything. So it does have, this one's a little bit harder to find, and I thought I like broke my whole product here when I found it, but this also has a, let me, if I can get to it. So it also has like a little brush included in here, which I have not taken out, and like another little mirror too for touch-ups. So kind of cool. All right, moment of truth. We're gonna go in with the new blush, and I wish I had like a fresher brush for this, but I have already used my old blush for the week. So we're gonna go in here, a little bit of this, just smile and push this up towards my face. Okay, I don't know if this one's really pigmented or if this is the old color on my face, but like, this is an intense color. I definitely will need to blend this because I'm looking very much like a clown right now. I don't know, this was maybe too much product that I've grabbed. All right, I'm gonna blend this out here. Oh, blend. Okay, this was much heavier on the blush than I wanted, and I don't know if it's because it's the old color or I grabbed too much or what's going on. But this is too much. This is too much. I look like I got like, I don't know, like I like fell asleep on my hand or something. Okay. I don't know if this is the blush for me or if something has gone wrong, but I need to try to fix this now. So I'm going to go back in with my little L'Oreal face powder and just try to put like just my face powder over this, because this is pretty intense right now with the color. This is not the color I wanted. That's okay. We're just out here learning. Okay, I've diffused that one. I just need to diffuse this one a little bit more. Ay, what a big crisis we've had today. Okay. So I need to grab less product next time with that, and I maybe should clean my brush and just kind of see what the color looks like without the old product, because I don't know if this is the right color for me, if I grabbed too much or what was going on, but that was a terrifying moment. Just kind of rebronze up here a little bit. And I'm going to go in with my Ofra highlighter here. Just kind of add a little bit of brightness to my face. I do like the more matte look. So before, the blush that I was using had shimmer to it, so it just didn't feel like I needed to add highlighter. But I like to just add that little bit of extra, so. I don't know, it sounds kind of counterintuitive, like, oh, I bought one product that like does the work of two now, but instead, I bought another product so I can keep doing two products of work, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like just the color was so intense, and I feel like it's because like some of this was still on the brush, but I don't know. I don't know what that was, but a terrifying moment, most certainly, is what that was for me anyway. So now I'm going to move on to my eyes. I think I'm going to do just like a little bit of shadow, just so I want to keep it like really natural for the beach. So I'm going to add a little bit of my KVD. You can't even see what this says, but this is my KVD Shake Primer. It does last quite a while, which is why kind of all of the logos and information on it have come off. Which is not a bad thing. It's good when products last a while. All right. Blend that in there. I'm going to go in with my little Tartelette Baby Bloom palette here. I'm going to take the color Dahlia here. Just tap off that extra, because this looks like a lot of very pigmented color. We'll see how this goes for us. Just kind of putting it on the edge of my eye and then sweeping this color over. I try to only sweep in one direction, but habits die hard, so I like have a tendency to go back and forth instead of just one way, but I'm working on it. All right, this actually came out like lighter and more like neutral than I thought, which is good. Move over to the other eye and do the same thing. Just sweep the color over here. This one came out a lot more intense for some reason, but I can always tone it down like I toned down my crazy blush job that I did earlier. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more color on this eye because now it's looking a little bit lopsided with the colors. A little bit more over here. This is definitely kind of a darker shade than I wanted, but that's okay. We're going to make this work. All right. That looks pretty decent. I'm going to take a little tiny brush and put this same color under my eyes, just because I really like to have that lower lower lash line match as well. I just feel like it ties everything together really nicely. This is definitely turning into a little bit less of like a fun natural beach look, but that's okay. It's all right. And then I am going to add just a little bit of shimmer here just because, again, this is coming out a little bit more intense than I wanted, but that's okay. We're just going to make it more intense, I guess. So add a little bit of shimmer to the middle part of my, middle and like front part of my eye here. Just kind of make sure it looks nice and is blended over a bit. I feel like I can feel like the glitter like falling onto my face, but that's okay. I already glittered up my face. It'll be all right. I'm just gonna go back in with the first brush, first color, and just blend out that line. Just soften it so that it nicely blends from glitter to the color. All right, that's decent. I'm gonna go in with my KVD tattoo liner here, and I'm going to just do like a thin little line. Try to do a thin line. All right, not bad. I'm gonna go in with my eyelash curler. I almost forgot that. I'm gonna curl my lashes here so that they look nicer once I put the product on. Then I'm gonna go in with my Pacifica Vegan Collagen Lash Primer and just do like a couple little swipes of that. Just because this is a little bit harder to cover up because it makes my eyelashes white. So if I don't do like that spectacular of a job on my mascara, then it's like obvious because I have really random white eyelashes from the primer that I didn't cover. I'm gonna go in here with my Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. This is one of my favorite mascaras. I think I've rebought it like 3 or 4 times. But also, to be fair, I always buy like the little travel size one, just because I don't like it when my mascaras dry out. So I just buy the travel size one, then I don't have to worry about that. And the travel size one lasts quite a while anyways. And it's also less of an upfront investment into a very expensive mascara, especially if you don't know if you're gonna like it or not. It's hard to just like shell out $40, $45 or even like $35 for a mascara. So, big fan of travel sizes. Especially like if you shop at like Ulta and Sephora where they do have like freebies. Sometimes like you will get like a little travel size or like sample of a mascara in there. It's also a great way just to try out mascaras. I feel like that's primarily when I buy makeup products is when like there's like a little free sample gift that comes with it. That's why I just placed a large Ulta order for this blush that terrified me. I actually really like the way it looks. It just went on so intense that it panicked me very much. But I think maybe if I were to go with a lighter hand, that could be a win for me. A lighter hand and a clean brush. I hopefully do not like my old and new blush blended together because like I hate like trying to like blend things and put on like multiples of the same product. Like I used to do 2 mascaras, but honestly like I got kind of like lazy and tired of doing that, and so hopefully I don't like the 2 blush look because that's not something I want to do every day, is to like get out 2 different blushes and blend them. All right, the eyes are good. We're just gonna draw on a little bit of eyebrow for myself and a little bit of lipstick also. I'm gonna go in with my lip primer. This is the one by ColourPop. I don't love this one. It's okay. I do prefer the MAC Prep and Prime, and I was trying to find like a cheaper alternative to it, but this one is just not it. I think there were only like 4 lip primers that they sell at Ulta, at least like when I last checked. So they have like the Ulta branded one, and I'm typically not a fan. I'm not a fan of the Ulta branded makeup products. Just I don't know. I just don't like them that much. I don't know why. There's nothing wrong with them. I just don't love them. Also, you typically have to buy them in like very large quantities because it'll be like buy 2 get 2 free, and you're like, shoot, like what 4 things do I want? Like I don't want 4 of a singular thing. So the Ulta branded one was out for those reasons for me. And they had one that was by LA Girl. I got that one and I tried it. I just did not really like that one. That was like, I think the cheapest option they had. And they had the ColourPop one. I think it was online only. Like you can't just go into a store and buy it. That's the one I just put on my lips. I don't love it. It's better than the LA Girl one, but it just still is not like a good replacement for the MAC one that I like so much. So I guess I'm just stuck paying $20 for the little. It's basically just like a chapstick, just like this little MAC chapstick essentially. But it's supposed to help with like your lipstick color, like when it starts to come off from like eating and drinking and just talking and like living life. And it does an okay job. I really just like having that moisture before I put on lipstick more than anything else. Alright. These are not like the greatest, but I can always fix it up with a Q-tip afterwards. Or I can just fix this a little bit here. Okay. Went in with my little Morphe pencil. I'm going to go in with my matching Morphe pomade. And I'm going to go in here with this little MAC eyebrow brush. I do fill in my eyebrows. I feel like probably like the quicker, easier way. That's a little bit more like older style at this point in time because people do like to have a little bit more of that natural, less painted on brow look, and unfortunately my brows do look a little bit painted on, but that's okay. It's quick and it's easy, and sometimes that's what you need. So it's funny, I was in Los Angeles this past weekend and I was at the store. It's kind of like a Whole Foods, but I think it's a kind of more like a local to Los Angeles store. And I was checking out my very expensive sandwich and my very expensive like $4 cookie. And the woman was like, "Oh my gosh, are your eyebrows microbladed?" Which is where like they basically tattoo on your eyebrows, but like they cut little slits and they fill with dye. So it's kind of like a tattoo, but it only lasts for a couple years. So she looked at me, she's like, "Oh, your eyebrows microbladed." I'm like, "Oh no, like these are just my eyebrows. Like I just do them, I guess, like a little bit like heavier and stuff." And she like wanted me to like be her like makeup artist for like special events, and she was like trying to pay me like $80 to do her makeup, and I was like, I'm very flattered, but like I'm not a makeup artist, and I don't love doing makeup on other people's faces. So, but it was kind of funny that I was like, wow. My eyebrows look that fake that people think I just got them tattooed on, which I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. I'm going to just take that as a compliment. So I just went in with a little bit of my NYX Brow Freeze just to freeze my eyebrows that I just drew on in place. Now I'm going in here with a little bit of my NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. Just going to let that dry down on my face. And while it does, I'm just going to finish this look off with a little bit of lipstick. I'm going to go in with yet another KVD product. So I just found this. This was in my purse for the longest time, and I thought I lost this. But I'm going to go in here with a little bit of like a neutral lipstick to balance out my overly dramatic eye look that I did. So I'm just gonna go in here, add the lipstick, and then I'm gonna try to smile and just see what it looks like. Make sure it looks even. I'm like so far away from a mirror. This is a little bit tricky. I'm just gonna smile, see how this looks. All right, just a little bit more color, just make sure it's all blended out. All right. Looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this look. See if I can like get this somewhere where there's like a little bit of like better lighting, but a little bit more dramatic than I wanted, but it'll do. I'm pretty happy with it. So I will see you all in the next one. Bye.